All right. So we're good now. So I think, right, this is week 5. It's our first episode for the podcast, just sending it out. I'll put it on YouTube after, but we're going to go over standings to start, right?
Yep.
All right. So I think we'll stay division by division for the most part. We have 2 undefeated teams right now, Eagles, Browns. We both have had tough matchups. Easily one thing goes another way. I think both of us are not undefeated. This league could all be everybody with a loss. And I think that'll end up being that way, honestly.
Yeah.
And then we got Panthers right behind, Falcons 3-2, Bears, Titans, Bengals, Packers are the other 1-loss teams. So I think
We're all
around
good users, good teams.
Yeah, I think every game has been close. If you look at the records and the schedules, and pretty much there are a lot more close games than blowouts, which is unusual for a franchise.
This is a very competitive franchise.
Yeah, it's fun I think it's one thing to be competitive, running the same stuff, but the fact that everybody can make good reads for the most part and run pretty good defense, making different play calls is really cool, because that's not usually what happens in a sim league.
Exactly. Yeah. Good to see.
Yeah.
And I finally got rid of Deshaun Watson's contract.
Yeah, we're gonna go over that, and near the end we're gonna talk about the trades.
We gotta fix that contract too.
Yeah.
He already accepted it.
All right, yeah, we'll switch with it, but for anybody who's watching this afterwards, Deshaun Watson obviously wanted to leave. He wanted no part of being in Houston. They're losing too many games, but he wanted to go, and in order for this to work, they had to rework his contract, which he was willing to do, so that'll be out soon. But to start us off for the standings, we're starting off, I'm just hitting L2 and going into the first one. It's the AFC North. Browns, Bengals, Ravens, Steelers. So I think clearly, looking at this, there's 2 competitive teams, and then there's 2 teams trying to find their way still. I think, obviously, Browns, Bengals, I'm the Browns, obviously. I haven't played the Bengals or the Ravens or the Steelers yet. I've played all out of division so far, so not really knowing what to expect with that. Has anybody played?
I think we know what to expect from the Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers 0-5, 90 points for, 180 against. It's not the best look, but with the Steelers, you got a tough roster. I think he'll be able to build it up pretty well.
Yeah.
And Bengals.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was saying Bengals 3-1, but what were you gonna say about
him? He really shouldn't have traded trade for Drew Lock and KJ Hamler with the first. Yeah,
that first is starting to look good for the Broncos, which we will get to soon. But that Broncos team, if we're gonna go over the mock draft here at the end, but Broncos should have a few picks in there. Going to the AFC South, we have Titans 4-1. Then there's the Texans, Jags, and Colts at the bottom of the barrel. Any comments on this division?
Nope.
Not really. The Titans has played well so far. We were just going over while you were out. Titans 4-1, Texans, Jags, Colts 1-3, 1-4, respectively. I think we already have our division winner here. Maybe saying that a little early, but I think we do. And AFC East now. The AFC East is nobody knows.
Yeah.
AFC East is Dolphins 2-2, Jets 3-2, Bills 2-3, Patriots 2-2. Anybody have a favorite for coming out of there?
I might have.
I like the Bills, I think.
Yeah. Well, I know our new Jets user just got a big win against the Falcons, who's a pretty good user, so my money would be on the Jets, but with the Bills having that good of a roster, I think it beats out the Dolphins and the Patriots roster-wise to help them get wins. So
I'm predicting Dolphins.
Dolphins, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the points.
Points against.
Dolphins clearly the least amount of points against best defense, and with points being the Jets by 1, but best point differential usually leads to a division win a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Right.
AFC West. Now the AFC West is loaded with users that like to talk in the Discord, we'll say. But Raiders new user, not really sure we're gonna get out of them. Toughest team probably. Broncos is kind of selling. Like, he doesn't want to win, but he's 3-2. And then we have Chargers and Chiefs, who played this year in an early game of the year candidate, honestly. I think that was a good game between the two of them. They're pretty even. I think the division's going to come down to the wire.
Oh, for sure it is. Yeah. That Broncos user. I love the way you worded it at the beginning.
Yeah, Broncos user, he's a good player. I just don't know if he wants to be good right now. We have heard some speculation he's selling. Yeah.
He makes the league go round, honestly.
He does.
We need people like him.
Broncos, when you watch this, because we know you will, we appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
All right, NFC North. So clearly, in most leagues, you see the Lions at the bottom of the barrel here, 97 points, least amount. Packers 3-1, Vikings 2-2, Bears 4-1. I haven't gotten to watch many of these games, but anybody else have any comments on it?
Justin Fields, early rookie of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
He is a good Madden player.
Didn't he put up 5 touchdowns?
I think I did see that.
On a team?
I think he did. I don't know who.
Yeah, I think on the Twitter he posted something like that.
Yeah, our league Twitter. Wow. Yeah. So Fields is starting to figure it out, which could be scary for the rest of that division because the Vikings at quarterback don't have a lot to go off of. Packers is going to lose Rodgers possibly soon.
I'm looking at the stats right now. Justin Fields, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns to 5 interceptions.
That's a solid rating for a quarterback, especially a rookie. But yeah, Lions got nothing at quarterback. Packers, I've seen franchises where Rodgers retires year 1.
That's what I've been saying.
So that could be a problem for him going into the draft. And then the Vikings is...
I don't think he's traded Jordan Love, though. I think he still has him.
Yeah, he does. So, which is smart on his part if he loses Rodgers.
Yeah.
Vikings, I played, and a very close game between us, which was surprisingly, it was back and forth with the running backs. Dalvin Cook's carrying that roster, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And now the NFC South, which is, in my opinion, could be one of the closer divisions. With the Falcons 3-2.
I'm looking at the stats. Dalvin Cook, 8.8 yards per carry.
Yeah, that's insane. Vikings keep feeding Dalvin. Falcons 3-2, Panthers 4-1. I think we clearly can tell that it's going to be a two-way race in the NFC South. Panthers, you have any comment on that?
Yeah, I think this Falcons guy is going to be a good opponent for sure. We played in our last franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Both of y'all should have extra loss.
I have an extra win though. I should be
3-1
this week. But in regards to Falcons, he beat me in the last franchise we played, so it's gonna be a tight battle for sure. I'm excited though.
That could be a game. Those could be game. I mean, you got 2 against him. Those could easily game of the year candidates. But I think with the games that have happened with the Eagles and the Panthers, the games that were the Texans, the Browns, and the Texans and the Panthers, I think it's gonna be a tough race for best game of the year, which is, by the way, a end of the year award. So at the end of the season, after the Super Bowl, before the draft and free agency, we do one night where we didn't do this last franchise. I want to do it here, but basically me and the other commissioners are gonna talk about questions to ask, and we're gonna give candidates for each one. Every user will be a candidate for at least one award, and it's gonna go from most interactive in Discord to best Twitter to best game of the year, and whoever wins those awards will get a decent amount of cash to use in the off season. So I think that'll be pretty interesting at the end, letting everybody know about that now. The Twitter one's gonna be one, I've said that before. Game of the year, definitely, and something to do with the Discord, because our Discord can get crazy some nights.
Oh yeah.
Best avatar, maybe. I think we know that's going to. All right, AFC. I'm sorry, not AFC. NFC East. I think this is probably the least, which is weird. IRL, this is usually one of the most interesting divisions to watch. I think this one's clear so far. We got Eagles 5-0, Giants 3-2, football team 2-2, and the 0-5 Cowboys. So, Eagles already running away with that.
Someone left?
Yeah, the Eagles has been. I mean, he's just been a solid user. Not really. He's had a couple close games though.
Yeah, he's willing to give up points.
Chiefs. And
Bro, the Seahawks left.
Really?
Yeah, we got another user for that though.
Yeah, we'll be good.
Yeah, we got a good wait list right now.
The thing about the Eagles is he's 5-0 and is beating some good teams. Easily the most points for in his division, but he's got the most points against him, which is kind of an interesting stat to see. Which I think that has to do with what users you're playing against and stuff like that. But that's interesting to see. Defense needs some work in the
Eagles have
offseason.
a very good build Madden roster wise though. Like,
Yeah, they have
offense. I'm talking offense.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're just good, well built on offense.
I would almost argue like defensively, because you think they got fast corners, they got, I don't know what they have linebacker, I don't think much, but they have Fletcher Cox on the D line. Hargraves played great in real life this year. They got Josh Sweat off the edge, who's an underrated Madden player. I think the defense can like mess with you a little bit too.
Oh, for sure. But you talk about that like solid O line, probably one of the best.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'd say top 3.
I know
You
he's
got
gonna.
Devonta Smith and Quez Watkins now has 97 speed, which just happened, I think, from most recent updates. So.
Oh wow!
That's
I was gonna
huge.
say I thought it was like 94, and then how do you get to 97? I was like,
Oh yeah.
that's crazy. But yeah, and then the thing for him, he's good now, but off season he's gonna have little money to deal with. He might have O-line retire on him. It's a good rebuild to do.
Oh, for sure.
And then the NFC West, depending if we get a good Seahawks user, I think that could be one of those divisions where one of them has to make the playoffs. 1-3, 1-3, 2-2, and 2-2. I'd say.
So I think Seahawks must have just quit during that Rams game because
Oh,
they
so-
were playing.
Oh, I did see that they were playing.
Oh,
We were
no.
gonna.
No, it's saved. Rams won 28-18. We're good.
And he left off that. Come on, people that leave are. I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah, let's not get into that. Podcast not supposed to be about that.
So that'll do it for our standings. Earlier game of the year we've already talked about. I think both of the Texans games against both of us here, the Panthers and the Browns. I think we're very close. Game down to last minute drives to win it. Questionable things happening in the end, but we take it, right?
Both.
We take it.
No. We
Yeah.
Don't take it. No.
Oh, you've lost the last 3 games off of a combined 5 points.
Yeah.
Points forced more than his points against. That's just sad, man.
That's a roster that I don't want to see in 2 years. I'll tell you that. I don't want to see you in a couple of years.
And I
And
want
just-
to play this guy.
And I just got Landon Collins
Yeah, that big trade.
and Diami.
We'll go over
And 2
that.
first-rounders.
I
Yeah,
think
we'll definitely get into that.
Yeah.
That's a big trade.
NFL passing stats so far. We got Matt Ryan leading the league in yardage
Gee.
and touchdowns, tied with Mahomes. Most picks goes to Russell Wilson with 19. That's a tough go with Russell. He might have to get that dev down at the end of the year.
Oh, that user though would just always chuck streaks to DK.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
his plan.
Now that makes more
Mac
sense.
Jones, three touchdowns, 17 interceptions.
Oh,
Oh my
Lou
God.
miss it. Lou miss it.
This
Mac-
guy, the Seahawks user threw 5 interceptions,
Oh my god.
106 passing yards.
Oh, that's rough. I don't even want to talk about mine. Somehow I'm 5-0 with Baker having more picks than touchdowns. We don't need to talk about it. Nick Chubb carries the team. We already know this. But
Yeah, once Nick Chubb gets that X factor, he's different in that.
Oh.
I don't know what it is.
Bro,
I will say,
Anthony Schwartz.
yeah, he's 98 speed with Superstar now, but we don't have to get into that. Baker, he just, I don't know, he makes a couple of inaccurate passes, but he's not bad. I'm still completing 70% of my passes. Even with I think I've just kind of gotten unlucky with the picks and also just kind of thrown into dumb coverages.
You gotta love the throw power with Baker too.
Yeah.
He's like 95, right?
Yeah, and he's got
Can't
enough.
complain.
Yeah, he's got enough speed to get out of the pocket if needed to. So, what's he say? He's 26, 95 throw power. That contract, I'm gonna have to do something when I pay him. He's got 2 years
Oh, for
left,
sure.
so we'll have to decide at that moment. But rushing in the league, Nick Chubb leading the league in yardage, 730 yards, averaging 8 yards a carry, with a league high 11 touchdowns.
Damn, that's nuts. And Miles Sanders didn't play last week, so that's going to be a tight race when he starts finally playing all of his games.
Yeah.
I think Sanders is only out 1 week.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be a good race. But 11 touchdowns, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's been dominating, that's for sure.
The thing is with Chubb, like, I didn't come into this year, I thought I was going to use Chubb when I needed to, and not that much, because I wanted to develop other guys. He's already an X Factor, 95, whatever overall. Can't make him really much better. So I was going to use him in the playoffs when I had to, and then try to develop the rest of the team, but it hasn't went that way. I've had close games, and I've had to use him so much that he's leading the league. So Christian McCaffrey, 85 rushes, 470 yards, 5.5 a carry, and 5 touchdowns. That's solid, because he's more of an all-around back. He's not just a running back like Chubb is.
Exactly. Yep.
And now Texans, for you, who's been your running back? Because I know when we played, you kind of shifted between two guys, two speed young guys.
Yeah, Raymond Calais, who was on the practice squad for the Rams.
Oh, okay.
And then Bryce, he did
Bryce
play
Love.
for the
Yeah.
Bryce Love.
Now, looking at this, Calais only has 244 yards, 2 touchdowns on 33 carries. He's got 7.4 yards per carry.
Yeah.
That's a solid amount. Now, I don't know if... Yeah, you got to hand him the ball a ton.
I need
Two
to start
short
handing the
guys,
ball.
though. 5'8" and 5'9".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if I haven't really talked about this, but we might end up like messing with the sliders a little bit. I mess with the fumble sliders, put them down a little bit, mess with the injury sliders, put them down, just because that stuff's ridiculous, I think, sometimes. But I think one thing maybe in the offseason we'll look at is possibly lowering the running, like, blocking sliders, because these averages are kind of crazy at times. I don't
For sure.
I maybe just mess with the sliders a little bit, hopefully not affect it too much, but we want to make it on passing a little bit.
Give me hope.
What do you mean?
We want to make the league more, like, we don't want to be able to just run the ball 40 times to win a game.
Oh, of course.
So the
Madden's about airing out the ball, too.
Yeah.
For the most part.
So we might not mess with it too much, maybe like 1 or 2 points here and there, but that's for another day to talk about, not for any time soon. Leading the league in receiving yards, Kyle Pitts. He's about 50 snaps away from having that X factor, so we'll see what abilities he gets, but he is dominating the league as a rookie.
3rd overall pick.
Yeah.
Right there.
And X Factor.
And the crazy thing is he's leading the league in that, and he doesn't even have his X factor yet.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we'll see what happens there. Touchdown leader is Kyle Pitts as well, up 3 from Marquise Goodwin. Goodwin's got 13 catches and 6 touchdowns.
Oh, we know what to look for in the red zone.
Yeah.
The Bears, that's for sure.
Like we said earlier too, McCaffrey, who had pretty decent running numbers compared to the rest of the league, has 378 receiving and 6 touchdowns. So again, showing that dual threat back.
Yeah, I love using McCaffrey as a receiving back. It's a nice weapon.
I
that's for
hate
sure.
him.
Average yards per reception. So obviously we got guys at 1 catch, 75 yards. I think the one that actually stands out the most with the most catches, Rico Gafford, 11 catches, 6 touchdowns, averaging 43 yards a catch. That's insane.
Yeah.
Now I know Rico's fast, 96 speed, but he's keeping the Lions alive right now.
Well, they are 1-3. At least they have a win. Though.
They have a win. They're doing better than real life, so
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. Blocking, we'll go over this quickly. Most sacks given up by Bobby Massey. Broncos, you might want to spend one of those first on a lineman. Fluker, and then a couple other offensive linemen with 4 and 3. Not really too much to go over there.
For sure.
Defensively, we got Keanu Neal leading the league in tackles. Most TFLs goes to Azeez Ojulari, as well as most sacks. Ojulari as a rookie is breaking out in a big way.
Oh, wow.
Has anybody faced Ojulari yet?
I have
I
not.
have not. I don't think I face him.
Carl Lawson, 6.5 for the Jets. Clowney for me and the Browns, 6.5, except he's out for 5 weeks, so nobody can get him in a trade. Chandler
Yeah, I saw
Jones.
he made he made a clutch sack in your game today.
Yeah, he did. He came up big. Who was it? Chargers holding the ball a little bit too long, and when you hold it a little too long, Clowney will get to you. So
for sure.
Clowney saved me. Myles Garrett's been a big disappointment. I know he has a decent amount of sacks in the year, but he hasn't done much for me, which is crazy. Yeah, I don't think I can give you that.
Please.
If you give me your next 5 first-round picks and you just cancel the Watson trade and give me Watson.
I mean, I'll give you Watson.
Sorry. Defensively.
Interception,
Jesse Bates, Anthony Harris leading the league with 7 each.
So
Then we
Anthony
got
Harris, 29 years old, star dev. Okay.
Yeah, Harris could be looking at a dev up, which would be clutch. Because they get a dev up, slow that regression. He's kind of slow. He might be their user, honestly. I think that's what it could be.
Oh, for sure.
Safety, 86 speed. He's got the ability to be a user, so that might be the reason why he's up there. Same with Jesse Bates, honestly. He might fit underneath all that. 89. I don't know what his change of direction exactly is, but he might be his user too.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
He also is acrobat. That helps.
Oh, Jesse Bates, yeah, he's made some crazy plays in a bunch of leagues I've been in. That acrobat is just, it's nuts.
Yeah, I've always hoped when I get a superstar corner, he just gets acrobat with for an ability, but that is an ability reroll, so I think we might end up lowering the prices on things because I didn't realize it took that long to get to 300. So we might be lowering the prices on some of the things.
It is a little steep, that's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, and probably till like a couple of days ago. Because I realized I was number 1 with like cash wise. I've guessed like every game of the week right somehow. I don't know, but and then I'm still not even halfway there. So we'll mess with that a bit. How about defensive forced fumbles? We'll do that. Roquan Smith leading the league with 4. Colbert, my safety, 68 overall with 85 hit power. That makes sense, I guess. 3 forced fumbles. And then 2 for Evans and Jackson, then 1 for the rest of the people who have forced fumbles. And then defensive touchdowns. 3 for Jason McCourty.
Really?
2 Jesse Bates. 2 Lattimore. 2 Jackson. 2 Noah Dawkins of the Chiefs. I know he's loved him so far. His free agent pickup.
Oh, yeah.
Chin has 2.
Yeah, Jeremy Chin, I mean, 6'3". If only I could play him at linebacker. Unfortunately, I can't, but I mean, he's a ball hawk, right?
He's got 93 speed. You must have got a speed upgrade with him.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
That's clutch. And I think that'll pretty much do it. We don't really need to go into kicking and punting. We know that some people are better kickers than others, so.
Yeah, no.
Kick return touchdowns, we got 3. Jarvis Landry, Andre Roberts against me this week, and then Devin Duvernay.
Sure.
Punt return, no touchdowns yet. So that'll do our section for pretty much like the league stat stuff. Where is the Discord?
All good?
Yeah, we're good. Let me close this door.
Well,
I'm in my dorm room. I got 5 roommates, 4 of us with girlfriends. This room can be packed sometimes.
yeah, that sounds like pain.
Yeah, every weekend. This is why I'm not really on Discord at nights on weekends, because I got a huge ass party in the middle of my living room. So.
Sounds like fun though.
Oh yeah, it's a good time. We'll have to get the league down one night. Everybody to fly over. Trade. We'll go to trade approval.
Becomes big enough.
Right. Yeah. Once we make money in the league, we can afford plane tickets.
Yeah.
Trades.
We get a TV deal for our franchise.
Oh, of course, it's gonna happen. So we'll just go from. I'm in the trade approved section of Discord right now. Going from most recent to most furthest away. We got starting football team and the Jaguars. Football team gave up a 2nd round pick for DJ Chark.
I actually didn't like this. I voted no originally. I understand the values, but the values can be kind of skewed.
Yeah.
I think DJ Chark's worth a lot more in a second.
Yeah, I agree. The one thing I think I didn't vote on this. It was done before I even voted. The one thing I would say is that on taking the side on it's a decent trade is that DJ Chark's got 1 year left.
That's
Now,
true too.
I know the Jags have enough money, obviously, but getting a second round pick, you can draft the fastest wide receiver at the position. He might not be a good dev, but I can see the trade. It's also a tough pill to swallow if you're the Jags for me.
Yeah, of course. But
It's good for me.
I do understand for saving money.
Yeah. And now
It
probably
also helps me.
Oh yeah, true. That does help you. But I think the football team's kind of going all out, as you would see in this next trade. This probably the blockbuster of the year, already confirmed. Deshaun, again, wanting out, willing to rework his contract with the football team. Watson in a second for Daimi Brown, good young wide receiver. Landon Collins, solid safety, and 2 future firsts, current and a future. Now I know you did this deal, Texas. So you have any comment on how you feel about it?
I'm working on an edit for Landon Collins right now.
Ooh, let's see Landon Collins in a Texans uniform.
Yes, sir.
I think that's a good value. I think when it comes to contracts, both having 4 years left on their contracts, and future first round picks with the football team sitting at 2-2 right now, I think that's solid value for Watson, I would say.
See, I'm in another league with the football team.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very good user.
Oh, okay.
I can understand why he's going all out.
Yeah, he's going all out. He just added Deshaun Watson and DJ Chark for his picks.
Yeah, so now
Oh my gosh.
Chark, Samuel, and McLaurin.
That's
all back there.
That's a team to watch out for.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Now, this was with the old Bills user, or sorry, one of the old users, the Giants user, the old user. But Slayton for Akeem Davis, Gaither in a third. Now, I was the Giants last time we went this go around before we started this one. I can understand the trading of Darius Slayton just because you have John Ross, you have Tony, and you have Kenny Golladay. You got to give up something to get a linebacker, which that team is very linebacker needy. So the fact you got a good young linebacker and a third, I think that's a pretty good deal.
Right. Yeah.
Next trade, we got Broncos sending Drew Lock and KJ Hamler for a first. Now, we already talked about this a bit, but this is biting the Steelers in the butt right now.
Oh, for sure. I mean, look at their record right now.
Yeah.
Broncos might get first overall pick.
Yeah. So the way we're looking at this now is we're the Broncos and the Steelers. Steelers, you traded your first round pick, probably top 5 pick, for a fast normal dev receiver and a arguably shitty quarterback. So
yeah, Drew Lock's not going to get it done franchise. I think I'd rather have Sam Darnold over Drew Lock.
yeah, I agree. So
I might have to agree with that too.
Steelers he's got a long road ahead of him.
At least he didn't trade a future first too.
Yeah, that's true. He only gave up 1, but he got a 4 back, so only dropping like 90 spots.
Nothing major.
No. Cowboys and Broncos again. Broncos trade Bradley Chubb, who I don't know if I'm about trading Chubb. He's pretty good, for a future first and Tony Pollard. Again, this is turning into the number 1 pick in Pollard for Bradley Chubb, possibly.
Again, yeah, both teams are 0-5.
Yeah.
But
Broncos is starting to turn into what could be the best GM this year when we look back at it.
Yeah. I would definitely give him GM of the year.
And now, last trade so far this year, we have a 4 in Hertz for Noah Fant. So, I don't know about this trade. I think Hertz is not good enough for a whole franchise. I'd say Hertz.
I mean, I was trading for Hertz for a little while.
Yeah, I don't like Hertz in our type of franchise just because you need to get him up and overall to a superstar dev, and at that point you might not even get good abilities with him, and he's got that short throw power. I think you can look better in the draft, but he could prove us wrong. Prove me wrong, at least. And do well with him. And I think that's pretty much all the trades. So again, pretty decent trades, pretty good value all around so far. Now the last thing I think we'll get into before we head out is the mock draft. So new to Madden this year. is they actually give us mock drafts now with the terrible scouting that we've seen so far about this. At least they gave us this. They do a few of these each year. We'll probably go over these throughout the year too. But we'll start off at the top of the board, Patriots with Sam Howell. If you're the Patriots, do you go quarterback?
No, very much not.
I think I wouldn't. It's very tempting to me to take a Spencer Rattler, a Malik Willis who's good in Madden, whereas Mac isn't. But I think at the end of the day, you got to go Stingley. You got to go Garrett Wilson.
There's more needs.
Yeah, I think wide receiver is a huge need.
You gotta think about Thibodeau.
Yeah, you do. I forgot about Thibodeau. Thibodeau is going to be the best player throughout the... And you think he already made Winovich a superstar. You got Thibodeau coming off that other side. That defense could be scary.
Oh, for sure.
Rattler going...
That Thibodeau's going to go to the Lions. At least that's what people are saying.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Now, not Giants. Packers, Rattler, kind of makes sense if you don't think Jordan Love's the guy. I don't know. I mean, real life, I don't... After last week, he might not be the guy.
I mean, if we're talking about real life, Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, if we're talking about real life and actually Spencer Rattler, he might be going down. I think what I'll do is if he's really like going to be this bad when draft time comes, I think I will move him down the board. I will let people know that he's moving down the board, and I will be the only one that looks at him, and it's going to be a risk reward. Obviously, if I'm adjusting his stats, I'm not going to be allowed to take him. I think we might do that because we've just downloaded this so early.
We could also have like another quarter take his place, like maybe Matt Corral.
Yeah, I think Matt Corral. Where is? I mean, he's not even up there right now, is he?
No.
Yeah, so Corral's played well. He might get that spot. I mean, Thibodeau we talked about. Titans with a high
Matt
pick.
Corral is projected 25,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
is pretty realistic.
Yeah, he might go a little bit higher than that, but we'll see. I mean, there's still a long ways to go in the college season.
Yeah.
And then we got Thibodeau we talked about with the Titans right now. Neal, DeMarvin Neal, good D tackle for the Jags. I don't think that's what they might go, but I think the Broncos would be happy to get Willis. Neal to the Ravens would be good for Lamar. Chiefs taking Garrett Wilson. Don't even get me started. That speed would just be ridiculous. Billingsley. What were you going to say?
So, if I was the Broncos, I would wait until like using pick 9 or 10.
Yeah. I mean, I think Willis goes high. I think people.
Willis goes high?
For in our league, yes. I think okay. what a Madden quarterback is high throw power and speed. I think Willis kind of checks those boxes.
Oh, for sure. He's like a Justin Fields type guy.
Yeah, so I think he'd be happy with. I think Willis could be the best Madden quarterback. I haven't looked at the stats at all for these guys, so I don't know. I mean, obviously, everybody has the option to start their own franchise and download the class and look at everything. I think we all know that, but I mean, I'll probably have to look at it later on in my own like time looking at everything. But I think Willis would be my guy, but I don't need one right now.
In this mock draft, then
Yeah. I mean, I've scouted him, and I only know he's thrown to pressure. So. We got Garrett Wilson, Jaleel Billingsley, the top-rated tight end. And then Broncos back-to-back, 10-9. 10-9-5 is what he's projected right now. That's crazy.
Holy.
Now, I think the shock of the draft, I'll be right back. You guys can talk about it. But at the mock, right now, Derek Stingley's going 11. Do you think Stingley goes 11?
I think he goes top 5, to be honest.
I think your Broncos is the top 5 pick.
Yeah.
I'd even argue he goes top 3.
I mean,
think
if Broncos already has his name in the.
Yeah, Broncos' name is Road to Derek Stingley, so I think the first pick he gets, he's taking him.
Yep.
For sure. I think he's selling out for Stingley.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If someone else gets the first round pick, he's going to trade whatever he can to make sure he gets that pick.
I get Stingley's good, But I think in order for you to win the Super Bowl, I think you need more than just drafting one solid corner.
Definitely. Yeah.
We got-
You need
But
three
he'll also pair up Stingley with Surtain.
That's true, but he's been having Surtain on the block. So hopefully he keeps Surtain. That would be a deadly duo, especially with the D-line that helped to build up.
Yeah, because I don't know any other corner he's gonna take in the draft besides Stingley that relates to Surtain. So I think he'd keep Surtain, but I don't want to give Broncos too many wins. Let him manage his team.
Yeah, I think we'll let him. He'll figure. He won't do anything we say. He'll do his own thing. But
Yeah.
we got Drake Jackson at 12.
League too.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Hamilton, Kyle Hamilton, who's a good safety at 13. Another corner off the board, Elam. Chris Olave, who everybody knows pretty well, Ohio State wide receiver. It's a football team. I don't know if he's going to be wide receiver needy after that trade. Andrew Booth, Jalen Weidermer. I think I said that right. Aiden Hutchinson. Zach Harrison, who was rated highly to begin. He's kind of fallen down the boards a little bit. Jackson Kirkland. Michael Penix Jr., who they can't obviously put his name in because the game thinks it's dumb, whatever. Jordan Davis, O-line, Ikem Okamwu. The Giants have 2 picks this year because of that Justin Fields trade, so don't forget about that. Ahmad Gardner, Lions. Eagles take a quarterback, Matt Corral. Wide receiver for the Bills, John Mechie. That'd be a good pick for them, I think. With the aging... Yeah, aging wide receivers. It says he's a fit for the Browns. I don't know. George Pickens goes the pick before I do in this mock to the Bucks. They have me taking here Brandon Joseph, free safety at Northwestern. Kenyon Green to the Raiders. They have the Texans taking a running back in Breece Hall. Is that your plan?
They have me taking Breece Hall?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Saints,
I'm
Trent
not
McDuffie.
He needs a franchise halfback out there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
Maybe. Who cares about the quarterback? As long as you got the running back, you're good.
Bro, I need that franchise punter.
You got Trent McDuffie at 31, Will McDonald at 32. Now, Panthers, I didn't see where they had you, who they had you. Jackson Kirkland, so they had you taking left tackle. Would you think about that at that spot?
I think so, because I think I could definitely use another guy to go along. Who's the other guy on the Panthers? Morton, I think is his name.
Mm-hmm.
So having 2 solid tackles would not be a bad option.
Yeah. Well, I think anybody have any other comments on it?
On anything? I think
Anything. Yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything. So thank you, Texans and Panthers, for joining. I'll have this up and I'll put it in the Discord. So
hopefully we'll have more next time.
yeah, we'll have hopefully 4 or 5 people in here. So
Yeah.
we'll get it going for next time.
Maybe we'll get Broncos and Bears.
Get his thoughts on it.
Yeah, that would be fun. That'll be interesting.
That would be a good episode.
I'll get Broncos simply because of his 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, we definitely need the input on that. All right, well.
And his questionable comments in Discord, the avatar.
Yeah, I'm in Discord right now on the screen, so we got a lot of Broncos talking here. All right, well, that'll do it for the first episode. So thank you guys, and I'll see y'all later.
All right, see you.
See ya.
Yeah. Yo, you still there?